Good morning, Brandy. Tropical Depression Imelda pretty much sitting right overhead. That area of low pressure moving around 5 miles per hour to the north. So now just north of the Woodlands area. Big scope on our radar. Notice areas in town, west, northwest, not nearly seeing as much rainfall as what we're seeing south of town. Let's get right down into Matagorda County. This has been the most dangerous area pretty much all morning long since about 2 a.m. I've been monitoring this exact same area here. Flash flood warning in effect until 6:15. This is going to be expanded and probably extended here on and off throughout our morning hours. This isn't really going anywhere. Hawkinsville, Sargent this morning, big areas of concern. We're talking 12 plus inches of rain just for the morning hours. So over the past 3 to 6 hours, incredible. Now here's a zoomed in view of Galveston. So here's Seawalt Boulevard. So you can see on land, just offshore. We are tracking some lightning involved, but obviously the red here on our radar indicating those really heavy rainfall rates. And that's why there have been issues there. Northeast side, East Gate, Atascocita. Are you sick of the rain? Well, you've been dealing with moderate rain almost all night into early this morning. You're finally starting to see that weaken and push off to the east, but we're not finished. We have a good 24 hours to continue to monitor this flash flood threat, and that's why the National Weather Service took our flash flood watch, expanded it through early tomorrow morning, almost including all of our counties. Now, the only flash flood warning that's in effect is here from Matagorda County and portions of western Brazoria County. That's going to stay in effect through about 6:30 this morning and maybe extended through the 7 o'clock hour as these thunderstorms aren't really moving. Let's talk your hour-by-hour forecast. 7 a.m. this morning out the door, these heavy downpours, tropical downpours across the area. 1 o'clock this afternoon, notice scattered showers and then these isolated tropical downpours. So not everyone going to pick up another 4 to 5 inches of rain, but the possibility of 2 to 4 inches widespread will be there with isolated amounts, especially centered closer to our coastal areas of 10 plus is very possible. Continuing this through Thursday, 6 a.m., notice how the heaviest rain wants to move east and northeast of town. That's because center of circulation is now pushing northward. So as we trend towards Friday, our rain chances continue to drop. So we have Tropical Depression Imelda sitting just north, center of circulation of the Woodlands. Throughout the day today, we keep it as a depression through this evening. There's your timeline. And then overnight, that's when we're expected to drop. Throughout the day, rain stays in the forecast, but the percentage starts to drop. And let me tell you, Steph, as we head into the weekend, finally we'll be tracking less rain and then our temperatures crank back up. But we really got to get through the next 24 to 36 hours.
We sure do, and keep everybody safe out there on the roads. All right, Cheetah, thank you. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Want to get you up to speed now on some other big breaking news overnight. An auto shop in Northwest Houston catches fire. This is on West Mount Houston Road near Ella Boulevard. Several cars and the building burned around midnight. It appears this is going to be a total loss. Thankfully, no one was there at the time. We are waiting to learn how that fire started. Your Rush Block continues now with the day's other big stories, starting with tempers flaring at the first impeachment hearing between President Trump's former campaign manager and Democrats. Corey Lewandowski was questioned about whether President Trump directed him to tell Attorney General Jeff Sessions to limit the Mueller investigation.
Didn't you think it was a little strange that the president would sit down with you one-on-one and ask you to do something that you knew was against the law?
I didn't think the president asked me to do anything illegal.
Lewandowski refused to answer Democrats' questions. Now some of those lawmakers are demanding he be held in contempt. The president in California continuing a fundraising trip today. His administration is set to revoke the state's authority to set its own fuel emission standards. The decades-old rule allowed California to set tougher emission standards than the federal government. A car crash leaves a Texas A&M student in critical condition. Carolyn Beatty was walking home over the weekend when she was hit by an SUV driver who took off. Police believe that 17-year-old driver was drunk and on drugs. He's now in custody. A California man is the 7th person to die from a vaping-related lung illness. It's the second death in California. The CDC is looking into hundreds of cases of the illness nationwide. Those are today's big stories from here in Houston and around the world. You can let us know what's going on with you. Tweet us with the hashtag HTownRush.